Valley Club, after months and months of hype, Battleworld has finally arrived in Marvel Strike Force. This week's going to be a practice week, so what should you and your alliance be doing to get the most amount of experience and the most amount of rewards this week? We also have a brand new turkey store in the game right now. What are the traps and what are the best things to purchase in this store? And it is Monday, which means we're going into the mailbag to answer your questions from the mailbag. And if you're ready for all of that and more, then you know what to do, Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin and I hope you are having an excellent day. Battleworld is here. A new turkey store is here. It is Mailbag Monday, and you're probably wondering what has happened to my face. Well, I had a jiu-jitsu competition this past weekend. Ended up in an emergency room that night. I did a video out about it earlier today, so if you want to check out exactly what happened during those matches and everything after that, check out the video up there. But we're talking about Marvel Strike Force in this video, and if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content. We have a minimum of 5 Marvel Strike Force videos per week on the channel. Everything to help your experience in the game, question and answer videos like this, news videos, gameplay videos, reveal videos, everything to help you get better and have more fun in Marvel Strike Force. Let's move forward with Battleworld. This week is kind of a test week. There's going to be no leaderboard and only the normal difficulty is going to be available, which is the easiest difficulty of Battleworld. So if you're a mid-game alliance, an end-game alliance, it should be pretty easy for you and your alliance. Kind of a test to see what is the way that you want to tackle some of these. Next week is when First Strike is going to begin. There will be a leaderboard, and December 1st is when the first official season of Battleworld is beginning. But like I said, it is in a game right now, then only the normal difficulty right now. And as we go into these different missions, because it's a normal difficulty, super easy. Normally, I would recommend doing these normal missions first and then going to Spec Ops. Well, because it's a little different, we having the easy version, I would recommend doing these Spec Ops first and going from the bottom all the way to the top. So normally the hardest requirement is on this box here, and then it goes from right to left, going from the bottom to the top. So the other thing is you need all 30 of these Spec Ops to get these points for it. So we've gotten this one, all 30 of them done, this one, all 30 of them done. So we have 2 of these. And then once we get this one done, which is pretty much another Doc Ock there, then we'll have 3 of these done, and we'll get to this next victory points here with this 2,160. Just make sure that you're coordinating with your alliance, because if you get 29 like this, you're getting 0 of the points. If you're getting all 30, that's the only time that you're getting points. So again, make sure you're coordinating with your alliance to make sure that you have enough characters that can be placed in these Spec Ops missions. So when the Spec Ops is done, you have these 4 normal missions here. You have your elite mission, your herald mission, and there's these 2 normal missions. And you have some options of characters that you could select. You do require city for this first node, but you get some bonuses for superior 6. I don't think you really need to focus on the bonus characters for this normal difficulty this week. So it is just about placing these Spec Ops characters and going through to getting the highest total. Now, you do have 3 attacks, but it's only gonna take your highest attack. So if you clear through 5 waves on the first attack, you clear off 3 waves on the second attack, 4 waves in the third attack, well, you're only gonna get 5, the 5 waves that you cleared on that first attack. And there are 19 total. If we go to here, there looks like there are 19 total waves that you could clear in zone 1. So hopefully you could clear all of those and place as many Spec Ops characters in there to help with your alliance. And there is an alliance milestone going on right now based on placing characters for the Spec Ops missions. Now, to complete the Spec Ops missions, like I said, you need all 30 of those characters to be placed in Spec Ops missions. Once you do all 30 of those characters, that does count for 1. As you can see, our alliance has done 2 of them so far. And if you do 30 over the course of this 5-day event, you should have enough points on that to get a lot of these milestone points there. So just make sure you're getting all 30 of those in the Battle World. This is gonna be a good test of this week to see what are the best practices that you and your alliance want to do. As we move forward with the turkey store, this is the new store in the game right now. The candy store is still live, and it looks like you still potentially can get some Captain Britain shards, maybe some crimson or teal crimson gear there. But in the turkey store, these first 3 slots are gonna stay the same. So there's always gonna be turkey for sale with gold. You could always buy this Mephisto Red Star orb with 250,000 of these turkeys. A lot of turkeys. We'll talk about the orb in just a little bit because the contents are okay. And there's always going to be an awaken ability here. As of right now, there's a Moon Dragon passive, and we have some other awaken abilities. Blade, Ares, Old Man Logan are going to have awaken abilities there as well. It also looks like Doctor Strange will have his awaken abilities available in this store as well. Crimson gear down here. And maybe we have some Captain Britain shards. I haven't seen them yet. Haven't heard of anybody getting Captain Britain. But if you see Captain Britain in the turkey store, let me know down in the comments, guys. I have not seen them yet. And as far as this Mephisto Red Star Orb, doesn't look that bad. It is pretty expensive, and you do get some silver diamond credits in the left and right pillars. In the middle pillar, you do get a diamond promotion for a bunch of different characters, not just Mephisto. But there is a higher chance, so a 25% chance that you'll either get a 6 or a 7 red star Mephisto. So 25% chance you get something from Mephisto. The rest of the chance is a diamond for one of these characters that, not all bad characters. We got some pretty good characters here as well. So decent orb. I just don't think it's worth that 250,000 of those turkeys unless you have nothing to buy. Maybe you don't care about the awakened abilities for Doctor Strange or Moondragon. Then you may be tempted to get this red star orb for Mephisto. We also have some other contents that the blog post does describe. These red star Mephisto orb fragments, awakened abilities, Doctor Strange, Blade, and Moondragon. As you saw, Old Man Logan and Ares awakened abilities. Some of them are also in there. Some gear, character shards are also available in the turkey store. I think for myself, I'm going to be focused on these awakened abilities and maybe one of those Mephisto red star orb fragments. Let me know what you're going to do in the turkey store, Valley Club. As we move forward with the mailbag questions of the week, and big shout out to everybody that left a question for this week's video. If you do want to leave a question for one of these future mailbag videos, make sure you join Discord. The link is down below. Go to the mailbag questions channel, leave your question there. And first question of the week. Wow, I finally beat the hunger, level 4. I didn't get credit for the auto win. I think it's because Zombie Scarlet Witch had to resurrect Zombie Juggernaut. Anyone else see this? I'm gonna skip forward with this next question because there is a follow-up here on this third question here. Was it original Zugs or Zombie Scarlet Witch summoned Zugs? And the answer is, it was the original Zugs that died, but she brought in a new one. I beat it 3 times now with the replacement Zugs surviving. So that's the only reason I can think it won't unlock the auto win. I'm curious to see if Hela brings that zombie Juggernaut, if that still will count as a auto win or not. Wondering if it has something to do with the Zombie Scarlet Witch resurrection. That's why you're not getting the 3-star. Let me know if you bring in Hela and Hela resurrects that zombie Juggernaut, if that still counts, or if it's just a Zombie Scarlet Witch resurrection that counts. But yeah, I'm guessing that is also why. It's because a character died and then a different version of that character was resurrected, like a Zombie Scarlet Witch summon version of this. I don't know. There must be something in the code on the back end that's making it a little different. Valley, am I just having bad luck with Captain Britain? Event has been running for 16 days, 3 store refreshes a day, refreshing using 50 core refreshes twice on every refresh, so 144 refreshes, I think. It's only appeared 7 times. I think it is just bad RNG. If we go to this store here, yeah, you can refresh this 2 times every refresh, and then you can do that 3 times a day. So 6 total per day, 300 cores per day. That's a lot of refreshes, and I have not seen Captain Britain in this store for a while, although I have not refreshed for a while also. So I think it's just kind of bad RNG, because if you think, I'm not sure what the actual percentage of these characters popping this slot right here, but this is a slot that Captain Britain normally pops up in. And let's, for example, say that it's a 10% chance that he's gonna pop up. Well, every time you refresh, it doesn't stack up on each other. So if you refresh it twice, it's not like a 20% chance he's gonna be there. It's gonna be a 10% chance for the first time and a 10% chance another time for that second time. And if you refresh it again, it's another 10% chance. So there's a 90% chance every time you refresh it using these numbers that you won't get what you want. So even if you refresh it 10 times, it's a 90% chance every single one of those times that you're gonna get the not character that you want. So that's kind of the way it works. I think some people think it's like a stacking or there's like a pity mechanic. I don't think there's a pity mechanic. So it's just designed to get you to spend cores. If you get lucky and get some Captain Britain shards, cool. I wouldn't be going crazy on this because anytime you refresh a store, you should be not happy, but I guess satisfied if the result is 0 and satisfied if the result is exactly what you want. But it can get pretty expensive if you're just looking for something specific. So I guess it's just bad RNG, my brother. I think I've gotten it like 14 times and refreshed every single time. So a little better than you, but not as good as other people. I hear some people in chat that have like a 5-star Captain Britain free to play and just they've gotten really, really lucky. So yeah, I don't think I've gotten the best luck, but I don't think I've gotten worse luck either. I don't think you've gotten the worst luck either, my brother, just to make it clear. All right, how is it hanging, Valley? I was wondering if you could shed some light on when Illuminati will be farmable and when their showcase event is coming back based on their older block. Definitely could use more shards on them to get a potentially 6-star Shadow King first time around. Well, luckily for you, my friend, this message just popped up right before I started recording. So Hang Pim shards are now available in the Battle World store for Battle World credits. So once you get some of those Battle World credits after doing a few rounds of Battle World, you should be able to get some Hang Pim shards there. Black Panther Shuri is replacing Guardian as a featured character Spotlight Raid Orb now. Guaranteed drop of 5 shards per orb, so you can get some guaranteed Black Panther Shuri shards. Guardian now available in the campaign Heroes Hard 7-9, replacing Darkhawk, who is added to the Blitz store and Blitz orbs, so some shuffling around for these characters. And at a later date, Black Panther Shuri will be replaced by Gladiator and Spotlight Raid Orb, and Black Panther Shuri eventually will go to the Raid store and Raid Orb for Raid credits. So that is where they're farmable right now and where they're gonna be farmable. And as far as that Illuminati Super Showcase event, it does say it's going to return for everyone. They don't have an exact date, but it did mention it's going to be sometime in November. So anytime going forward until the beginning of December is when we could expect this to start. Regardless of when you completed it, you'll be able to earn some Captain Britain shards from the mission rewards. No yellow star requirements for shield needed for the return of the showcase. The showcase will use Illuminati Showcase energy, and it will start before the next legendary event. So since it's sometime before the next legendary event, sometime in November, this does mean that Shadow King's event is coming in November, most likely. Is Undying Word taken to gear tier 19? Who would you add as a 4th or to a 3-piece? So it really depends on your value of war, right? They're going to be a war team. I'm not sure how valuable they're going to be in Crucible. Don't think they're going to have a lot of value in the raids. I don't think they're going to have a lot of value in Arena. Maybe something in Battle World. We're still kind of figuring out Battle World though, but I think their main value is going to be the war. So if war is an important game mode for you, then yes. If some of these milestones, getting these milestones to have these Undying at gear tier 19 is important for you, and yes. Outside of that though, you could probably use your Crimson Year and other characters. And who would I add as a 4th or a 5th? Well, if you're adding a 5th to the 4-piece Undying team, I think Dormammu is a great choice. And if you're adding a 4th and a 5th to a 3-piece, I think Dormammu and then adding Doom is great there. Dormammu gives them the revive once, and Doom, if he gets pushed, well, gives him a lot of extra speed. So probably not the best, but that's who I'm adding right now for War. But yeah, if there's a better team out there, let me know, Valley Club, because War is not my main game mode that I'm playing right now. Valley returning player, work on Dark Dimension 3 and Dark Dimension 4 at the moment. Got to the Cosmic Zone, so I need to build up a team. Unlock Endgame Thanos, Gladiator, Silver Surfer. Should I go for the Annihilators or should I wait for Doctor Strange's new team? What would you do right now if you're building up a Dark Dimension team? Thanks. So the order that I built up these teams in is first Arena, then I go towards raids, and then other game modes. Now I'm not sure where Battle World is going to fit into that order. I know Arena is going to be first though, and I don't know if Battle World is going to come in front of the raids or in back of the raids. I'm assuming it's going to come in back of the raids because it's not an everyday thing. So with that in mind, I think because Annihilators are an Arena team, you build up the Annihilators first, regardless of their value in Dark Dimension. I think their value is so high right now in Arena that you build them up. And then taking characters to Dark Dimension, you want to consider a few different options, right? One is a cheap character. One is their value in that actual Dark Dimension. And I don't know how good the Annihilators are going to be in Dark Dimension. They work pretty good in some of the Dark Dimensions. They have some pretty good synergy. But the main reason I'm advising you bring them in is because they're going to give you value outside of Dark Dimension in Arena. So just for that, I would build Annihilators. I wouldn't wait for Doctor Strange's new team because that would be a Battle World team and most likely not going to help you in Arena or the raids at all. And just my evaluations, I think having a solid Arena team is a little bit more important. All right, Valley, hope you're here. You're all good. I'm just about to unlock Mephisto. What do you think is the most effective team to put him with on war defense? And do you know if there's going to be a Battle World section added to the save squad like other game modes have? All right, so this is where Mephisto is in war right now. Room 10 with some of the Hive Mind characters. Another effective place for Mephisto is pairing him with the Spider Society. And what I'm doing with Mephisto in Cosmic Crucible is pairing him with another raid team, the Night Stalker. So Mephisto usually gets paired on defense in either war or Cosmic Crucible with a very, very strong raid team. Like I said, Hive Mind, Night Stalker, Spider Side are good examples of teams to pair Mephisto with. And as far as these save squad tabs, right now there's nothing for Battle World. I'm not sure if they're going to add something for this because a lot of the teams that are really good in Battle World have tags and uses in other game modes. A lot of the raid teams are using this season of Battle World, so if you have them saved in raids, you might not have to overlap them. But if we do go down to these squads that Jarvis recommends, we do have one Battle World team recommendation. That is a full Astral team right now. So I don't think that they're gonna add one, at least not anytime soon, but I wouldn't mind if they add something here, because like this tower mode one, we don't really use it, but I like that it's there. So even if I don't end up using this one, I do hope that they add this, as long as it's not gonna add too many resources that they need to manage and have the game crash for a bunch of people. But if that doesn't happen, yeah, add this thing. I think it's gonna be great. Hey there, Valley. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and hopefully the family is doing great too. You as well, my brother. Now, I've got 3 questions. First, are the developers going to work in the fix that allows players to know when they have a message in their inbox? And I don't think you're talking about one of these red dots here. I think you're talking about like a red dot for these messages. We do have red dots for when we have a reward that we need to claim, or when there's something in our inbox, but not when we have a message. There used to be reward inbox or red dots when we had a message like in this thing. So we will see. I know I've asked the devs about it. They said they wanted to work on it. They haven't given me a time frame though, so hopefully that is something that they want to fix, because I don't like these red dots. They're pretty annoying on all that. Second, where can I buy dark health packs? I'm not sure if you could buy them. I know there's different offers that pop up in the store from time to time, but I think the main place that I get these is this Metal Skull supply run that happens on Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays. But this is the main place that I get these dark health packs just from collecting these. You're getting 14 times 3 times a week, which means you're getting 126 of these every week. I guess I'm not sure if they sell these, but I do know they sell power cores, and power cores pretty much do the same effective thing as these dark health packs there. So if they don't sell these, you can buy power cores. I'm not sure if it's worth spending your power cores on any of this stuff, but you do get a bunch of this stuff for free every week, so hopefully that helps you. And third question, why do players only use 4 characters on the last 2 nodes of Dark Dimension 7 instead of using 5? Who are the best characters to take for the mythic nodes in Dark Dimension 7? Thanks as always for your time and advice. Well, if we go into the game, you'll see that these last 2 nodes in Dark Dimension 7, you can bring in 5 if you want, but you only need to bring 4. And as you know, gearing up characters for Dark Dimension 7 takes a long time. So if you have 4 characters ready to go, why not go in right now instead of waiting for that 5th? So that's why players take 4 in instead of 5. As far as the best characters to bring into the mythic section, I think you definitely want to bring in Apocalypse. You definitely want to bring in Skrull. I ended up bringing Doom, and I ended up bringing Kestrel. And I think the best characters are going to be based on what you have there. So if you don't want to bring in Doom, if you don't want to bring in Kestrel, it is going to be based on some of that gear that you have and other options that you have. Ultimus is a okay character, but very, very expensive. He's a part of that Annihilator, so we'll give you some of the arena value, but it's an expensive character. I'll probably do this character after you've gotten Mephisto or something. Ultra, not a great character, expensive character, is used on the Masters of Evil, but easily replaced. Doom is a good, or Dormammu is a very, very good character. Brought Doom instead because Doom takes tech and mystic pieces, whereas Dormammu just takes mystic. So a little bit of a 2-piece of gear separating instead of a lot of one type of gear. And you're not going to have Mephisto or Odin unlocked before you get that first run of Dark Dimension 7. So that's who I brought in. But other than Super Skrull and Mephisto and Apocalypse, I think you could bring in whoever you have the gear for. Hey, ValleyFlyin, since Old Man Logan was unlocked with tokens, will there be Shadow King tokens in his trial? There probably will be. They haven't said one way or the other, but again, the reason they wanted those tokens for Old Man Logan is they didn't want players coming back and getting, additive shards of Old Man Logan. They wanted it to be, you hit a certain score on the milestone, that is a star level you get. So I think they're going to continue to do that with legendaries going forward. Second question is, with the Turkey Store coming up, coinciding with the return of the Illuminati Showcase, do you think we'll get the Captain Britain Awaken abilities from there or for something else? I'm guessing they'll be for something else, at least for week 1. What they mentioned for week 1, Red Star Orb Fragments from Mephisto, Awaken abilities, Doctor Strange, Blade, and Moondragon. No mention of the Captain Britain, but they also didn't mention Ares. They also didn't mention Old Man Logan. Then those are in there right now. So we'll have to see. But this sentence here will be updating the Turkey Shop rewards during its run. So make sure you keep an eye on the cornucopia of opportunities. So while it's not there right now, during these 4 weeks that the Turkey Store is live, maybe it'll go in there, but I do expect them to mention that in a blog post before that. So like if they don't mention it this Friday, I wouldn't expect those abilities to be in there next week, if that makes sense. Hey Valley, next meeting, can you suggest a rework on the Superior / Sinister 6 with the option of adding 3 to 4 more tunes, 2 for War, 2 for CC, and like Scorpion, Hammerhead, Sandman, etc. It would be a win for the game, plus they get some good sales from the fandom and the whales, as well as new characters, maybe adding Sandman as epic. I would love this. I would love more Spider-Man villains added to the game, more Sinister 6, more Superior 6. However, unfortunately, they don't listen to our suggestions of who they want to, or who we want to come to the game. The only time they've ever asked for our opinion is when they do the character polls, and the entire community gets to vote in that stuff. I think they have it pretty set up. I do make suggestions when I can from time to time, but I don't know if they get influenced at all from that. So I'll continue to make suggestions. I want more X-Men. I want more Spider-Verse enemies in the game, but will they listen to me? I have no clue, brother, but I'll keep asking as much as I can. All right, Valley, I have 2 questions. The first one, what is the best ISO for Zuggs? Well, I have Fortifier on him. I don't think it's the best ISO 8 for him, though. I have that on him because he's a 6 gold, 5 red character, so not a lot of power. I do think once you get him built up to a little more even level with the rest of your Undying, I think Striker is the best for Zombie Juggernaut. And the second question, I'm starting Dark Dimension 6 Global. I already have Cabal built. What should I focus on next? I'm trying to get Lady Deathstrike, but I don't know if this is a good pick. Well, as far as your picks for Dark Dimension, there's a couple ways to determine it, right? There's a value in Dark Dimension, which I'm not sure if Cabal is a great pick for that. There's a value outside of Dark Dimension, which I think Cabal is a great pick because they're great in Cosmic Crucible, and they're going to give you value in Cosmic Crucible for a little while. So as far as Dark Dimension, you might struggle a little bit with Cabal. They're gonna need some time to get their cooldowns reset. So there can be some days that you do nothing and you're just resetting their cooldowns. Some days you absolutely smash wave after wave after wave. But as far as the rest of the characters for Global, there's a few options you could go. You could continue to go with that Lady Deathstrike and build more Orcus characters. Maybe if you have a big Nimrod or Omega Sentinel, or maybe even a Scientist Supreme, you continue to go with that Lady Deathstrike, build up that character. You could also shift to another raid team, the Extreme X-Men. I used them in Dark Dimension 8. They had some great synergy there and smashed a lot of those nodes that I struggled with when I went with more hybrid teams. You also have the Alpha Flight, so it is up to you. I probably would lean into Orcus at this point, like you're doing, because they're the more recent team, but Extreme X-Men wouldn't be a bad choice either. And I have a Dark Dimension 7 question. In fact, 2 questions. First, is Big Time Spider-Man worth using in City and Dark Dimension 7 or not? I guess that answer is going to be determined on how much you're using Big Time outside of Dark Dimension. So again, in building characters for Dark Dimension, how much you're going to use them outside of Dark Dimension, how good are they in Dark Dimension, or how cheap are they? So I don't think Big Time is that cheap of a character. I don't think he is that great in Dark Dimension. So if you're going to get a lot of use outside of Dark Dimension for him, then yes, build them up. Outside of that, I think the best characters for that city section is a full Spider Society team. You do have other options like a partial Hive Mind, a partial Night Stalkers, a partial New Warriors, but I think you go with the full Spider Society because they fit on a few requirements. They're great in Dark Dimension 7. You can pretty much auto the city section of Dark Dimension with that Spider Society. They're great outside of it, using the raids, good in the Crucible, good in War as well. So I think you shift towards the Spider Society, at least at this point, for Dark Dimension 7. And second question is about Ultimates Gear Tier 19 using the Mythic lanes in Dark Dimension 7. Do you think I should have made a better choice in the Mythic section? Again, it depends on your use. Like I said, I did Apocalypse, Super Skrull. I think those are great characters. After that, I think it comes down to use. So if you're getting a lot of use for Ultimates, then do Ultimates. At the time of Dark Dimension 7, I was getting a lot of use out of Kestrel. I'm not getting a lot of use out of her now. So if I would do this again, I don't think Ultimates is a bad choice. He's just a very expensive character. But as far as use, I'm getting use out of Ultimates as well. So really depends on what you want to do and what you're looking to do after Dark Dimension 7. Hey, Valley, I hope you're having a blessed day today. I hope you are as well, my brother. Thank you for linking my question. So do you have an idea when Shadow King comes out? Well, I know he's coming out sometime in November because he's supposed to be for Battleworld, and the first official season of Battleworld begins on December 1st. So I was thinking he's coming out sometime before December 1st. Also, we have the Ancient One coming out this week in the game. I'm assuming Emma Frost is next week, which means that after that, we would have an almost full Astral team in the game, which means we're just missing that Legendary, which means that we have 2 weeks, either the third week in November or the 4th week in November that the event is probably going to go live. So that's my prediction. I don't know for a fact when he's going to go live, but just based on all that stuff, I think it's going to be either the 3rd or the 4th week in November. And should you invest in the Astral team right now or save it for the Shadow Kings? Really depends how much you want to invest. I think the value of the Astral team is really going to be for Battleworld. So I think at this point, with the trials that we have going on right now for Battleworld, you see how effective you and your alliance are in Battleworld, see what more you need, and then you'll see if you need that Astral team or not. They're going to be great in Battleworld. The big thing is how much do you need them? How much use are going to get outside of Battleworld for them? I think you may be able to save, but we do have these trial weeks that you can see how far you're going to progress and see if you actually need it. And ValleyFlyin, I'm confused about some of the Battleworld stuff, especially the special ops. So the mission things in the Battleworld, why is it so confusing for me? Because they didn't really explain it too much, but basically, again, when you go into Battleworld, the first thing you want to do, especially during this easy trial week, is to place your special ops characters. So going to your special ops, again, if you get 24 out of 30, 0 points for that. But if you get 30 out of 30, you're getting full points for that, and that does count for the milestones. So at least for this week, do your spec ops first and then go into your normal missions and get as many waves as possible. Right now there's 19 waves, and between those 4 missions here, so the normal city mission, the Spider-Verse mission, the Herald mission, and the Astral/Pegasus mission, there's these 4 waves and or these 4 different sections, 19 waves throughout them. If you get through all of them, you get max points, and then you just get the points based on how many characters your alliance can do on these spec ops. If you get all 30, you get all the points. If you get 29, you get 0 points. So make sure you coordinate with your alliance. You don't want to be placing a lot of characters into one of these spec ops and not getting any points for it. And that's it for today. I hope that helps you with Battleworld. I hope that helps you with the Turkey Store. And I hope that helps you with planning for Dark Dimension. I hope you did get some value from this video. And if you did, leave it a like. If you want to see what happened in my tournament, how I got this, check out the video from earlier up there. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day, though. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.